As you know, if you follow me scrupulously, which virtually no one does and everyone should, Alec Baldwin put B as for Burston and Bandera at the back of his book. This is significant because he shot a girl in cold blood announcing the aggression against Ukraine and as part of the COVID team. What my research shows is that Bobby Kennedy was killed by a gang that includes Martin Sheen and Michael Foucault. After they murdered Robert Kennedy, let me explain why they murdered Robert Kennedy. They murdered Robert Kennedy because he was um, a compassionate Democrat, a compassionate conservative, and close, closer to Barry Goldwater than Ronald Reagan was. Compassionate conservative, not criminally insane. When you have a situation involving chains of charity, particularly in places like Africa, there's always a question of whether the um, material that gets donated will ever reach the people it's intended to. With Bobby Kennedy, there was this chance that progress would be made in charitable supply lines and charity would get where it was intended um, through proper means of acquisition of donated goods. And the reason why people don't trust charities is because they don't always, but they're charity advisories that assess and show the percentage of money that gets siphoned down the supply line to pay for administrative records and so forth, things that are necessary to legally protect charitable supply lines. So a movie was made by the gangsters in about the politics of Seattle, promoting the politics of Seattle after they murdered Bobby Kennedy. It was called Kiss of the Spider Woman. Kiss of the Spider Woman uses images of children in pain and poverty in stricken nations to advocate for the sensibilities of the Nazis who want to help them. In all Hollywood sincerity, the Nazis weep for them and want to make life better for them. And these images are used by black folk in conservative circles, like the German Green Party, to promote hatred for people who have done their level best, who don't want to be robbed of their lives, promoting a spigot that, after all, is dominated by a bully cat. You know, there's 5 kittens at the water bowl, and along comes a bully cat and chases them all off and laps up every last drop, starts scratching them for the last drops. That's the um, McConnell Douglas supply line. You know, the Martin Boeing, the nuclear bombs, the tax and spend. So what Martin Sheen does is he promotes warmongering, right and left, and then he says those last drops have to go to the all poors. And Bobby Kennedy was trying to get some. So we had to get away from Bobby Kennedy because he was out to get some. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Now, a person who knows what I'd like to be able to do is to show the dirty signals I got from the cult around here. Scribbles, just dirty signals, things that the police will say, that doesn't prove nothing, but everybody can see what it means. The November 22nd IDs, the, pre-cop stuff from Prick Up Your Ears, pre-cop from Graham, and the little innuendos that were made, like the tulip signal, and assemble all of those as part of a demonstration of the vocabulary lesson that came with um, the Alamo plaque of COVID-19. Geriatricide, microaggressions, that's a really important one in Seattle because they conduct feedback loops for the NEVA pornographic, that release dates on behalf of, they say, Foucault's favorites. You know, the ones who want that last drop of lickage up at the base. And so, you know, and Gweener comes in and says, we don't like sex anymore, queerbait. And they microaggression you back. They put the tulip lip on you, and they when they inject some more and take out your brain. And this is if you don't give us your art for the German Green parties, catastrophize, batshit crazy, ruthless, tulip, tremoloas, atenaloa. They had a whole glossary, geriatricide. They learned all of these words to me, microaggressions, catastrophize, batshit crazy, before COVID-19. Everybody who was on social media heard batshit crazy right before the bat feces disaster of the council of dictators did what was best for everybody so that that Bush machine can get those last drops of water from the kittens.